Mary, thank you so much for coming in. It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
So, and for taking the time to answer a couple questions.
Sure.
Can you share a little bit about what your daily life looked like before you reached out to our office?
Well, the biggest problem I was having is that I had 15 or more headaches a month. So more than half of the days I would have some kind of a headache. Sometimes a small headache, but some of those headaches would manifest into a headache that would cause me to be in bed all day, vomiting, and just completely out of commission.
That's awful.
Yes,
so
it was
half of the
awful.
month you were out over half the day.
Or some of those days, I would wake up with a headache and maybe it would resolve in the first couple of hours of the day, but it was still a horrible way to start at, so many days, literally every other day.
Yeah, so you were basically always kind of waking up expecting that the day was today or it's coming.
Yes, absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not fun for
It was not
anybody.
fun, yeah.
You know, it affects your family life, I'm sure.
It affected everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long had you been on this process of trying to fix that?
So the headaches I had started about 10 years ago, and for the first couple of years I didn't really do anything, and then I went to a traditional doctor who prescribed some medicine, which most of the time the medicine would work within a few hours to resolve the headache. Not always, but most of the time. But then they started to increase in frequency, so I was getting more and more headaches. So that medicine that worked when I had 5 or 10 headaches a month, now the number of headaches I had was increasing, and I just couldn't take that much medicine.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't good for me for other reasons.
So it was causing side effects, and then it was becoming less effective as time went on.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So what were some of the things you were looking for when you started to seek a solution?
Well, I was looking for something that wasn't going to involve so much medication. That was the first thing. Somewhere along the way, my doctor had tried a couple of different medications, and they left me feeling really, really horrible. And they didn't really take care of the headaches.
Worse side effects?
Worse side effects,
Okay.
right? So I kind of felt like I was walking through life with like a 10-pound weight on my shoulders all the time, or a fog in my head. So I was just frustrated that there was nothing else that my doctor seemed to have to offer for me. And so I was looking for something. I just decided I wanted to try this from a different way. I felt like I was too young to consign myself to living the rest of my life that way.
Did you feel like you were trading one symptom for another with the meds you were taking?
Yes, except that it really wasn't helping the
Not the first one.
right. It was just kind
You're
of
just getting additional
symptoms. Maybe it helped a teeny little bit, but it just was more pile on. So it was really not very effective at all.
Okay. So, what was it about our wellness center that had you reach out to us?
It was really just because I knew some people that came here. So
a referral, somebody
it was
already...
referral, right? Because this whole kind of holistic approach to healing was a little foreign to me personally. But I had a number of friends that, came here, so it was appealing from that perspective.
Okay, good, very good. So what are the favorite results that you have since we started working together?
Well, I was trying to be, in my head, thinking not too long ago quantitatively, and I think I used to take upwards of 15 days a month I would take some kind of medication, sometimes even more than that. And I think in the month of April, this last month, I took medication twice. Yeah, so it's and I suspect I probably didn't even need to. Like, they probably would have resolved on their own. So the number of headaches is I'm almost completely headache-free. Almost completely headache-free. Yeah.
Great.
I mean, now when I go to bed at night, it doesn't even cross my mind that I'm gonna wake up with a headache in the morning.
So you go to bed with totally different expectations before you went to bed, preparing yourself for your headache the next morning.
Exactly.
And now you go to bed probably not even thinking about it.
And now I don't even think about it.
Wonderful.
Yeah. There were 3 unexpected consequences that happened also.
Okay.
Is this the time to share that with you?
Sure.
So in addition to not having headaches anymore, I also lost about 20 pounds.
Yes.
And that was a completely unexpected but not unwelcomed consequence. And so for the first time in my adult life,
Good side
feel
effect.
normal weighted. I feel normal weighted.
Good.
And I don't fret about it. I used to always fret about my weight. Like, oh, did I eat too much? Oh, I'm gonna be a pound heavier. Oh, I just could never find the balance. So I don't even think about how much I weigh anymore.
That is so normal. Like, that's how we're all supposed to be able to live.
Right.
It's not having to think about the headaches, or not having to think about our weight,
Right.
but it just normalizes.
Right.
What was the second
So the second
positive
is,
side effect?
the second positive side effect is as I hit my 50s, I was starting to feel like decrepit getting out of bed in the morning, and then it would just take my body a minute to rev up to be able to walk across the room, or if I sat in the car for a long time, it took me a minute to like straighten up and walk. And I feel like I'm 30 years old again.
That is great.
Yeah,
You
I
just stand up
stand
straight.
up and walk. Right, exactly.
When you're ready to
Yeah.
walk, you walk.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Another
the
good
third thing,
husband.
and then the third one is I feel like my skin and my hair are just like.
You are kind of glowing. You are. It's not just camera enhancement.
There you go. That's it.
You do look so much better. I mean,
feel so
from a
much
doctor's standpoint,
Mhm.
you can tell how much you've changed over the months. So,
Yeah.
so congratulations
Thank you.
for putting in the time and the effort.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
thank you so much
Yeah.
for talking with me
Thank
today.
you for your work. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're
Mhm.
welcome.